And we're back with some more Dyson Sphere Program. This game just gets... the scale of this game is just kind of ridiculous. I think that's what you enjoy so much about it, is just the stupid stuff you get up to. Even if it does take a little bit of time to place down some of the buildings. Anyway, this here is our planet that we're using for power, let's just say. We're going to use this to make Dyson spheres everywhere. So currently we're making power around it at about, I think it's 100 ships and about 1,000 Dyson sails. Let's find out if we go down to the statistics panel. Yep, we're consuming about 100 small carrier rockets and about 800 sails. Though we're producing about 1,200. And that's over the last 10 minutes. So that will be consistent, assuming we don't run out of resources. And I'm pretty sure I've tapped into all of the necessary resources to keep this going for a while. Which means this will build its Dyson sphere quite handily, and we should be able to power this entire base on it. Right now it's still running quite a bit on hydrogen, though the consumption rate has slowed down quite a bit. The entire consumption of this planet is a little bit of a power hog. It's got about 1.4 gigawatts of consumption, and we've got about 0.5 of a gigawatt in power production from the Dyson sphere. But once that Dyson sphere is completed, we'll have more than enough power. And we've made it in the shape of hexagons, because hexagons are the bestigons, and even the little solar sail panel things, they're also made of smaller hexagons. So it's hexagons inside hexagons, which I think is just the way it should be. Alright, I need to get back to our home system though. Reason being is, we haven't been back to our home system in a while, and ooh, that does look sweet. Not actually completely finished building, but that'll be finished building in a while. I want to go back to our home system and get a few things worked out, let's just say. We need to go to another system and build up, and ooh, this Dyson sphere is almost done as well. We need to find ourselves another system, and we're going to use that system to do, well, 2 to 3 things all at once, which is probably a bad idea. We should specialize, but I kind of want to plow a whole bunch of things into one system. But first, we got to go back and check out our mall, and maybe add a couple of things to it. It's good to be home. This place looks like a wonderful hive of activity, even if it's doing bugger all right now. And how are we looking on the Dyson Sphere Pro? 2.8 gigawatts of power. That's actually pretty decent, considering we've been building this quite slowly. And the ships... No, the ships are not finished. There's still a few nodes to go in. What I really want to do, and have been advised to build, is these advanced mining machines. It turns out this takes all of the stress out of mining. Only problem, they require this advanced grading crystal. We don't have that on any of our planets. It's actually a rare material, but not that rare. Checking nearby, I think one of the closest planets has it, and all we need is a small amount. We just want a few of these. So let's see, what are you like? You have advanced grading crystal, 1.6 million. I'm thinking we head over there. That's probably the closest batch. 3 light years away? Yeah, super close. And you have any bots? No bots present. Perfect. Wind energy on this planet is 130%. We'll take along a bunch of wind turbines. We'll start mining that and shipping it back here. There you are, you beautiful, beautiful grading crystals. We just want these to make those super miners so that we don't ever have to do something like this again. It's just, this was one of my pet peeves of this game, is having to set up these mining outposts was just sort of time-consuming and annoying. If you're going to set up 50, 60 mining outposts, you're like, yep, there goes several hours, or at least an hour of your day doing this, and it's not exactly entertaining. So these new mining outposts supposedly make this much simpler. All we need to do is get our hands on this stuff, so hopefully if we do this right, we'll never have to do any of this again. Also, listen to that wind. They really have beefed up the sound effects. I like it. Grading crystal, excellent. What do we got? We're just missing fractal silicon and on unipolar magnets. Once we get those two, that knocks out this entire rare mineral section. I think we'll be getting those, well, some of those soon enough. You, grading crystal, please. Done. We'll load you up with you guys. You don't need those they don't actually need the logistics drones. And I think we're going to probably give this guy some space warper. Actually, no. The remote places can do the space warpers, in which case, you don't need these either. We're going to let someone else come here and take your stuff. Once we get enough power, though, we got to put down a lot more wind turbines to keep this thing up to speed. We are still, technically, a little bit short on power, 86% whatever sufficiency. Thing is, this thing's just charging up. We drop that charging rate to just a scooch. You'll notice, yeah, we're fine, 100% sufficiency. We probably didn't need this many. But this just makes sure that all of those grading crystals get chucked in there, and they're all going to be shipped over to our home planet. Done. Alright, and there's nothing in this system that should threaten it. As far as I'm aware, there's no hives or anything, though from now on, if a hive comes near this, we should get a warning. That means we're currently occupying 4 systems? 3? 4 systems? Yeah, 4 systems. Alright, let's head over to our new home. Well, first we'll head back to our old home. We're going to check out on the production of those new mines, hopefully pick up a few of them, and then go take them for a spin. There is those delicious purple gradient crystals going in there. Nice. And that's way too slow. We need to speed that along a little bit. Let's just stick in a pile sorter. There we go. A lot faster. How many we got? One? One? Alright, you know what? We'll come back to this. What else do you need in a lot of quantities? You know what? We're going to switch these all to pile inserters. I want to make sure this thing is maxing out production because I want to make sure that this thing is fully maxed out. Looking around for an expansion location for, well, where we want to put down our super mall combined with about 1,000 science per minute combined with our antimatter production. I thought this area over here looks really tasty. We've got, say, this place here, which has sulfuric acid, water, stalagmite crystals, graded crystals. It got a whole bunch of cool resources, plus lots of coal. And pretty much this entire area is saturated with all of those resources. Good stuff, lots of coal, so we can make lots of proliferate. Lots of organic crystals, stalagmite. There's like 34 million stalagmite crystals on that planet. This place over here, we've got, yeah, lots more resources and stalagmite crystals, graded crystals, everything. Also loads of coal, oil, water, sulfuric acid, all of the stuff we're going to need. This entire area is just, well, it's a good gold mine. We want to just rip through all of it. Now, on the way over there, I thought we might do some stop-offs. Actually, this place is an ice giant. We're probably going to use this place. Thing is, it's got a bit of a hive here. I say we go in, we kill that hive, and shut down the expansion here before it gets any bigger. We don't want to be dealing with these. So I say we plow through here and kill off all the expansions while we're waiting for the mines to build out. Where are you going? Calber said you were going to... I should probably just kill those seeds while I have the chance, before they ever arrive. In fact, it might be an idea to go wipe those out now. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to go wipe out those 2 seeds, then we're going to head over this direction and start wiping out the dark fog as quickly as possible. These seeds, I've killed 1 or 2 off-screen, but basically they go around spreading the dark fog to new sectors. So they arrive, they build a little mini-hive, and then they start trying to farm the local planets. If you can catch them early...
Warp engine deactivated.
There it is. If you can catch them early, you can kill them before they can do anything, or before they can spawn any fighters or do anything dangerous. So you, come here. This guy's actually heading towards our home system, so we want to kill him. What distance are you even moving at? These things don't seem to have warp drive. Like, we are slowly, ever so slowly catching them. These things are basically moving at sub-light speeds, or sub-warp speeds. It takes them forever to get anywhere. Kill it.
Mineral depleted.
And problem solved. Then we better send... actually, we better... return those ships. We don't want them being stranded out here when we move on. For our next little jaunt, we're heading over to this place, the ice giant location. Namely because there's a little hive here I'd like to take care of before it gets too big. You see all the little ships going back and forth? We'd like to make sure those ships stop going back and forth. First thing we're going to do is to have a quick land.
Cruise ended.
I'm not going to kill this ground base because, well, 1, I don't think we have the firepower to do it. 2, I just want to stay down here for a little bit so we let our energy regenerate. As you can see, our core energy is a bit low. We want to let that top up before we go killing them. In fact, I think we need to throw down a little bit of power for ourselves. Fully charged, ready to rock. Let's go take out this hive real quick. Hopefully this won't be too dangerous.
Flight mode.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it as being too easy. We've got no support out here, and I don't want to bring in anything because I don't want to bother setting up a base. I just want to see if this is quick to kill. If this is going to be a problem, I might just leave it. I don't really see a need to risk ourselves here unless we absolutely have to. So if this is a quick wipe, great. If it's going to be hard, we leave. Should be coming in range just about now? Anyone? Guys, you want to attack? Okay. So, fighting's broken out. This place looks to be lightly defended. Oop, oop. Stay clear. Let our ships do the talking. We will lose some fighters in this, but we've got plenty of replacements on us. Yeah, I think this place is going to get trashed pretty quick. Hey, guys, do you want to take those out?
Dark fog hive core destroyed.
Perfect. So, hive core is destroyed. They're going to finish cleaning up the last of this mess. Is there anything left alive? Nope, they're all returning. I think another hive core tried to take over. And
Dark Fog Hive Core destroyed.
And there's another attempt at a hive core, and that shall also be destroyed. Well, this is a lot faster.
Dark Fog Hive Core destroyed.
Any more? Is that all your hive cores? Perfect. All right, let's have a quick look around the planets. I think the ones on the planets, they're going to try and come in and form replacements. However, that could be a little bit tricky if we just blow them up again. Oh, no, they've started trying to make another one. If we go over and have a look at, say, this planet here. Yeah, it's got these Yokubi Bobs relay stations. I think we have to kill all of these relay stations to make sure that they do not respawn here. This might take a minute. It looks like the ships, the ones that are returning, those ships turn into the hive cores. And then we destroy it.
Dark Fog Hive Core destroyed.
Like one of these ships will now turn into the hive core, we'll destroy the ship. Then the next one will turn into a hive core, we'll destroy that. Do the ships ever stop, though, is the question, or do I have to actually wipe out the home bases on the planets to stop that from happening? Huh. Interesting.
Dark Fog Hive Core destroyed. 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 Mineral depleted. Dark Fog Hive Core destroyed. 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 Dark Fog Hive Core destroyed.
Well, I think one valuable lesson we have learned from destroying all of these Dark Fog hive cores. Oh, and it's driven up to level 6. This was level 5. Every time we destroy it, it gets angrier, but also nothing. It can't really do anything. It just appears, gets destroyed, reappears at a slightly higher level, I think. Yep, there we go. It's back at 0.0% threat. And now it's going to be dead again. But it was a level 5 hive core there for a while. Well, goodbye.
Dark Fog Hive Core destroyed.
The ships coming from these planets do not seem to be reducing. So I'm thinking we would probably have to destroy these ground-based installations before we can take this out completely. Which might take some time. So instead of clearing out the whole area, I think we just go and stick with our plan. We head out to, I think it's Rotina? Is this where we picked on? Yeah, this looks like a solid start. It doesn't have the sulfuric acid that we want, but it's got just about a little bit of everything else. The sulfuric acid is pretty close by. What's the hive situation there? Yeah, there's a pretty weak hive there. This one also has a pretty weak hive. We are going to have to start smashing the ground installations, though, here. Where do you want to set up shop? Well, fun as it has been, blasting these Dark Fog hive cores. Like, you'll notice here, it's already going up to... It's going to hit threat level 7 due to all the experience we've been giving it by killing this again and again and again. So I think it's time we moved on. All the way over to Rotina. Everyone back on board, please. Damn it, I can't see which planet. I think I'm aiming for that planet over there. Sometimes organizing those landings is a bit tricky. We want to try and run right into the planet. Right about...
Warp engine deactivated.
Let's not land over there. Yeah, there's a little bit too hairy around those locations. We're also going to need some power to get this started. We're probably going to be looking at wind or coal. Oh, coal reserves over there. Perfect. You look like a good place to start up. We can put down some thermal power plants to at least get us started. Let's see. Where's the top of the planet? Up here. Perfect. We'll put down a little missile turret ring and we'll use that to clear the location out. One of the great things about this is there's you can store things in here. So give me... We don't need 50, but we'll take 50. 51 missile turrets, thank you kindly. We can chuck the rest back in there. And it just means you can store these things for later when you need them, like just in case you forget. And even for, say, transport belts, I keep 3,000 in there at all times. If I do run a transport belt, I get it from somewhere else unless I'm desperate and on a strange location. Like, say, here, where if just say you messed up, you have that stuff just in case something went wrong. Ooh. I should probably put down transport belt first, shouldn't I? So this is our little missile turret defense ring. We're going to use this to, well, clear this planet out. First, though, let's turn around this and use these. This is the new mine thing. It supposedly mines 300% faster. I think only one can go on a... Yeah, only one can be used on a Yokubi Bob at a time. And how does this link to anything else? No power. Well, yeah, of course there's no power. We'll sort that out in a minute. For now, though, let's have you, say, come this direction. And I should have a bunch of thermal power plants on me. Yeah, I do. Perfect. In that case. Why are you colliding? Plus symbol. Plus symbol. There you go. Perfect. And none of you are running into each other. Now we just have to jumpstart this little system so that the coal powers the generators then power the coal type of thing. So what do we have that's burnable? Energetic graphite. We should probably break that up into chunks though. Just a few little pieces here and there to scatter about. And power is moving. Excellent. What's our power sufficiency looking like? Yeah, we're looking good. Of course, this is going to start driving up the threat level here. That's okay. How are we looking on power sufficiency? Ooh, a little bit low. Probably these guys. But what we have here is this location. I stuck some missiles in this already, so have the missiles flow. And the missile ammo now goes around to all of the turrets. Excellent. So you guys should all be loaded up quite shortly and done. Then I think maybe a few more generators here just to make sure we're solid. Perfect. 100% sufficiency. That will probably go down the moment we start firing missiles though. However, we're just waiting for this thing to charge. It will need to charge a little bit, but we've definitely got ammo. We've got more ammo inbound, and we've even got some space warpers as well. This is basically our little incursion. We're going to use this as a foothold to take over this entire system. This planetary system is just super rich. And the surrounding areas are just as good. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 planets here. Well, 3 of them are buildable. This 5th one is an ocean planet with mostly water and only 0.4% building area. That's where you get most of the stalagmite crystals. The really big mother's loads of stalagmite crystals are all on ocean planets. However, we're gonna... Actually, what are we looking at? Threat level-wise, we're still good. 1, 2, and 3 are all good. They're level 0 threats. I think we can take these out pretty quick. First things first, though, did I bring the necessary defense towers? Yep, signal facility. Perfect. Where's the closest one? Over there. Right. The moment we crack the first one as well, that will give us access to a geothermal vent, which we can use to get an extra few megawatts onto the grid. Oh, if you want to save cost, you can actually use long-range power pole, short-range power pole, and long-range power pole again. Right, missiles kick in. Their damage is pretty solid. Put in another one right there. And soon we will have this base destroyed. Yep.
Dark Fog base core destroyed.
That sounds good to me. Geothermal generator, 310% efficiency. It'll give us a crap ton of megawatts to work with. And that puts us at well over the sufficiency we need. And now we'll just leapfrog forward, do the same thing again. I think the whole missile tower thing is a little bit overpowered. It kind of changes things so much that, like, you don't have to really worry. Yep, there's the missiles. I was wondering where they were. Travel time must be insane. Yep. It's a little bit of a distance. Let's maybe move that forward. I kind of want the core base to get targeted as well. The less spawning they do, yeah, and
Dark Fog base core destroyed.
One more, I think, a little bit closer. That should wipe out the last of it. And there's the final few volleys cleaning up the last of the mess. Ooh, you can actually see all their hit bars go down immediately, like even before the missiles hit. Yeah.
Dark Fog base core
Wow,
destroyed.
the missiles are literally coming from the opposite side of the planet. Oh. I think some of them have gone that direction. Guys? Never mind, they're back in range. And I think that is it. Perfect. We put down a power generator here, and that planet is entirely clear. Where is... Collide with what other object? Units remain? Oh. Well, aren't you just an annoyance? And missile out of nowhere should kill you. Perfect. Geothermal generator. How's our power looking? We are absolutely rocking it on the power front. Right. Planet secure. How many other planets have they infested? And oh my god, they've infested the other two as well. We're going to have to send missiles over there too, aren't we? We are going to disconnect these coal generators for now. I don't think we need them anymore. That will leave all that stuff there. Time to start flying to other planets, though. I think I might just smash the hive right now. What are you doing? Relay station. Where are you going? Ah, you're going over to another planet. Fine. You know what? I'm going to go blast this thing to bits first. If we blast the hive, that should slow them down a bit from re-expanding. Might be a little bit trickier, this one, though. Right, I think we're close enough. Everyone, start killing stuff. Like, you should be shooting already. This doesn't look like it's a level 2 hive, so it's pretty small. We should be able to just storm through this pretty quickly without taking too much damage, hopefully. Also, I finished a bunch of upgrades on the ship, so they should fire a little bit faster, do a little bit more damage, move a little bit quicker. They are shredding this place. Alright, upgrades for the win. And once we get 1,000 science per minute out of this place, we're going to get even more upgrades. Alright, this should shred the hive. Once the hive is dead, wow, it's gone to a level 3 hive already. Turns out doing a lot of damage to them really annoys them. And it's going to take us so long to rebuild, we won't care. Pew, 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 pew. Seriously, they need some pew pew sound effects. Just even a little bit of pew pew. Does no one have like a mod to give them pew pew sound effects? My question actually is, can you kill some of these bases from space? Like, they've got that thing in space that sticks out of the hives. If we attack that, would it destroy the ground base as well? I suppose we'll find out in a minute when we get there. A quick setup of some power generators, and we're going straight for, I think, laser turrets this time around. Namely because I forgot to bring missiles due to laziness. So, give me, whatever, 45 of these laser turrets. This should hopefully do what we needed to do. Power-wise, we're fine. Now all we gotta do is just get close enough to kill these things. Power-wise, yes, we're holding up just about. Can I target something specifically? Let's try. Oh yeah, that works better. We can toss things? That is amazing. So we just toss explosives. And done. And done. Okay.
Darkfog base core destroyed.
And I think that's all they can do. Like, this was a nice way to get it done quickly. And I think the ability to lob explosives definitely makes things interesting. I wonder if I could do that from space and not even have to get down on the ground. That would simplify things greatly.
Flight mode.
Second.
Cruise mode.
Where'd that guy go? No.
Ended. Flight mode.
Come back here, you.
Cruise mode.
Where'd you go? Wow, that guy is hauling. I'm doing almost 2,000 meters per second, and this guy's just about... Yeah, I'm just about catching up with this guy. Yeah, he's heading over to here. And we're gonna kill him.
Darkfog hive core destroyed.
Kill that. Kill that. Fine, I'll get close to it. There's a relay station. Oh, there's a bunch of relay stations. Why are these not dying? Guys? Shouldn't you be killing these things? I ran out of items to get. Damn it. Okay, fine. I'll come back and kill you guys later. But I find it very annoying that we're not able to shoot you with... You know, like, that should be like, guys, kill those things. They're relay stations. They're evil.
Mineral
Right.
depleted.
Another little base made. I really need to blueprint something for this to make it easier. And, you know what? We'll do that after we've cleared this base. Where is it? Wait a minute. This guy's new. Why did he even bother? This guy's not even worth the effort, to be honest. You. Explosion. And another explosion.
Darkfog base core destroyed.
Problem solved. I really wish I just Like, people told me about those explosives, I just didn't realize how handy they were, because normally I was hiding behind turrets or something. Don't bother. Just spam a bunch of those missiles at things, or rocketry things. Where are they? Combustible units. Yeah, mass produce those, fire a bunch of them. You can even get upgraded versions of them. It's just not all sunshine and rainbows, but what happens if we... Ooh. What if we just, like, dump a bunch of stuff down like that? Oh my god, that actually totally works.
Base core destroyed.
I didn't even... That was accidental. I didn't even mean to destroy the base core. I was trying to bomb the thing on top. Like that guy above. You know what? It doesn't make a difference. Carpet bombing, it seems, is incredibly effective. Don't even bother going in on the ground. Don't bother building the missile stuff. Just carpet bomb from the sky. Then afterwards, come in and just throw in a power brick. Where is it? Yeah, one of these suckers. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's the thing left. 1 second. Done. Perfect. Alright, next. You. Carpet bomb. This is interesting, but I don't know how successful it's going to be. Okay, slow down, slow down, slow down. Turn, turn hard. Nope, nope. That's wrong, wrong. Right. Damn it, damn it. Turn better. There. Ooh. Well, that was very sloppy of me. And I'm pretty sure those, yep, they're angry. They're angry. Oh, that's... You know what? Let's just, That is actually much faster. You guys, come here.
Base core destroyed.
Perfect. And then they stop spawning. And then we claim the base. So much faster. Oh my god, we can totally destroy this thing. What will it say when we kill this? You know what? Doesn't matter. It's dead. And here we are at Rotuna 3. Now,
Dark Fog base core destroyed. Ended. Upgrade. Dark Fog base core destroyed.
I think we got him. Anything left? No, nope. Think we're golden. That was twofers. Damn. Anything else left on this planet? That's 2 down. That's it. So all we got to do is clear these guys off. I think we'll just put down power bricks and be done with it. Yeah, thank you.
Flight mode.
And over here, same thing again. And I think we've cleared most of the system now. And we have 32 megawatts of power generation capacity on this planet ready to go when the time comes.
Warp engine activated. Warp engine deactivated.
We're back! Now, this should finally kill a lot of them.
Dark Fog hive core destroyed.
What about you guys? Will you die now? Will our fighters finally kill you? We've trashed everywhere. This is all that's left. Oh, I can just manually shoot the machine gun at them. Oh wow, the machine gun is terrible damage. Is there any way to manually shoot the laser? That seems to do a lot more damage. Oh!
Mineral.
Finally, they're actually following my lead and targeting stuff. This means we can kill these super quickly. Okay. Done. I think... Is that it? What's left? Have we finally defeated the Dark Fog in this sector? I think we got the lot of them, boys. Time to start settling down and making our base. Okay, I think I figured out what I've been doing wrong for so long. If I want them to attack what I'm pointing at, I have to summon them. So you summon them up, get this up and running, point at your target, and start zapping it. And assuming it's in range of your weapons, well, I don't know if it has to be in my range of my weapons or theirs, they'll go and kill it for you, which makes it kind of handy. It's this dispatch fleets hold control. Dispatch fleets in command to certain positions. That could also be useful. We might get into that later, but for now, I think we're good. We're just going to pop over here to Rotuna 1, and we're going to start setting up a proper base. Like a big ass base.
Warp engine deactivated.
Excellent. Now, the reason we chose this planet, it is totally flat. Not just that, if we go down to the section, you can check and we can see it has 100% buildable area. There's no oceans, no anything we need to preserve. There is a decent amount of resources here we'll have to mine, unfortunately, but that can all wait. I'll do a quick trip back home, grab ourselves a bunch of supplies, and we're going to turn this place into an industrial hub. I did a quick detour back to our little, Dyson Sphere production base. This Dyson Sphere is not quite finished, but we have used all the rockets, so we can now start using those rockets to build Dyson Spheres elsewhere, preferably in the new base we're about to start. At the same time, the amount of power being generated here by the Dyson Sphere and the amount we're able to suck out with all of these ray receivers basically means... Actually, let's disconnect this grid here. And if we look at this power pole here, it tells us this has a generation capacity of 1.56 gigawatts. And over here is a separate power grid. This is what's actually powering everything on this planet, and it is consuming 1.28 gigawatts. So realistically, what we can do is just connect that up that way. And then we can start turning off all the hydrogen generators. We don't need them anymore here. The hydrogen generators have been replaced by perfectly sustainable, well, Dyson Sphere stuff. I mean, theoretically, the hydrogen is also perfectly sustainable in a way, but yeah, we'll worry about that later. For now that that's done, I'm going to go turn off all the hydrogen generators, and eventually we can rip those out later on. I know these giant hydrogen generation things are, like, a bit silly, but if it works and it's silly, I'm still going to use them. That was just a really handy way to bootstrap this whole system. And now, this system is going to bootstrap everything else. It's just, delicious. Now, we want to make sure that all of the planets we settle, or preferably the planets we do our production on, are going to be inside a Dyson Sphere. Thing is, if we go and look at this on this map out here, we can see that this is the Dyson Sphere. Oh, this is the Dyson Sphere here. We can only draw power from that while this planet is facing certain directions and things like that. However, this planet inside, this one right here, has 100% uptime on anything to do with the Dyson Sphere, because it's inside the Dyson Sphere. So we want to make sure we maximize the size of our Dyson Spheres everywhere we go to hopefully have more planets inside it so that we can draw, well, it's easier to draw the power without any interruptions. Anyway, we've also made sure that we've got warpers inside all of the base stations that are going to be flying the rockets and solar sails about the place. So it's time to go set up a new base and immediately install a Dyson Sphere in the new one. Arriving at this system, our soon-to-be base, home, whatever, this is going to become, well, our core world, to be honest. This is going to be where all of our mass production goes on, like 1,000 science, all of our mall stuff, and probably antimatter fuel production. The first thing we're going to do is set up power. Just power for everywhere, so that means we're putting down a Dyson Sphere straight away. That means we need to go to, let's just go up to the other pole. Actually, no. We don't need the missiles here, do we?
Cruise ended.
We don't even care about these missiles here, so we can rip this down and replace it with a power core. So here's the plan. This interstellar logistics station is going to request the small carrier rockets that are necessary to build the Dyson Sphere. They're going to pop out of here, run down to this section where they're going to get dragged into these vertical launch silos. 1 second, we'll put in a pile sorter on there. That pile sorter will suck them into there, which will then daisy chained along. There's little pile sorters in between all of these going all the way around. So there's just 20 launchers, and those 20 launchers will start firing rockets up to make a Dyson Sphere, which we should design. Yeah, we're going to go with the biggest one possible. We'll go with Dyson Shell. Add one. Yeah, maximum size, maximum rotation. Yeah, I just hit everything. Actually, let's check orbital radius. How many planets are inside it? We got 1 planet, 2 planets? I think there's 2 planets. Yeah, it looks like there's 2 planets in there. Perfect. Now, hexagons are the bestagons. And how do we make this completely mirrored? There we go. Perfect. Copy. This blueprint contains... Yeah. Excellent. I should probably figure out some way of saving that permanently so I don't have to keep drawing those out every time. But let's just get this started, and we'll plug this sucker in. Wait a minute. Why is it not powered on? It looks like it already is mostly plugged in. I'm going to have to stick these in here somewhere, aren't I? Yep, there we go. So we'll just have to go along here and place these. Yep, right about there. This might take a minute, but soon we'll have power coming from space and we won't have to worry about power in the system for much longer. Oh, may have overdrawn the power just a little bit. Let's sever the power link in here somewhere. How about you? There we go. 16% sufficiency? How much power do these things draw? Each one of these seems to consume about 40 megawatts of power. That's ridiculous. Holy... No wonder this thing is redlining the power grid immediately. Maybe I should have started with solar cells. That might have been a smarter plan. Oh, I was just looking here at the Dyson Sphere stuff, and it says... Launchers, work consumption 18 megawatts. EM rail ejectors, work consumption 1.8 megawatts. Yeah, I think put in some EM rail ejectors and see how that changes things a little bit. I'm not sure if this is an improvement. We went from about 90-something% sufficiency to 60-something%. Though now, I think the Dyson Sphere, well, the power we're getting from our Dyson Sphere / Swarm should grow. Assuming those, yep, the solar cells are now down there. Some of them will also get sucked into the Dyson Sphere. Probably not as much as we'd like, but so long as it's getting us the power to hit our sufficiency levels, we don't care. Actually, we're already at 19.3%. You can literally see the power draw going up on our ray receivers on the opposite side of the planet. So right now we're at, what, 66 to 68% sufficiency? Let's give that a few minutes. Every time I get a little bit more power, I just start turning on more of these, which of course leads to more problems. Also, sometimes these cannons go out of, or the EM rail launchers, they go out of orbit of the target they're shooting at. You can then change up where they target, but it's a real pain in the butt. I wish there was a way to just, fire them at the Dyson Sphere anywhere at all, because once they're in orbit, and I mean anywhere in orbit, they just sort of turn blue and go to the designated locations where they can go slot in. In fact, most of them seem to be slotting in perfectly now. We might be able to up that to increase the speed at which this grows. We're already up to 115 megawatts of power on this, and we should probably leave that run in the background while we go do a little bit of a build out. Our plan here is very stupid, but also it should work quite well. This is an aquatic planet. The great thing about aquatic planets is they come with lots of these stalagmite crystal veins. They're the ones who can turn into this nano carbon fibers. It cuts down an awful lot on complexity. And having a planet with 31 million stalagmite crystals in it means that so long as we keep up on top of our research improving efficiency of our mining, we should never run out. Plus, there's other planets around that have got some. But the main thing we want to start first is go to Planet 2. Planet 2, I want to do a few things with. It has pretty much... it's got a little bit of an ocean of water. Where is it? Sorry, this one. Rotuna 4. This one's got an ocean of ice, which you don't care about, so we can pave over this entire thing, making it 100% buildable. And we can turn this into a giant mining setup. We're basically just going to turn this into smelters. So iron, copper, titanium, and even silicon, all of those... Oh, and stone. All those base materials are going to get converted. So this is just going to be nothing but mass smelting on this one planet, and we'll be exporting all the end products. This should be able to allow us to put a whole bunch of stuff on one planet, and then that'll free us up for doing the more complicated stuff on the inner ring, which... Well, we're going to need the inner ring because it's going to need the most power, probably, and it's going to have science and stuff on it, so this outer one can be pretty rough and ready, and we don't have to care. Then the one in between here, where is it? This one? Rotuna 2? This one has 31 million coal. We're going to turn this into our mass proliferator production. So this thing will do nothing but produce huge quantities of proliferator, which will be shipped to the other two planets to support the science production and the metal smelting and all the basic production, and that's it. Like this, so... The aquatic planet, Planet 3, just provides the stalagmite crystals for the proliferator and the nano weave we're going to need. This planet, Rotuna 2, just provides the proliferator. This one provides all of the basic smelting and smelting. And this one over here, only purpose is to do the higher end production stuff up until science. The only reason we're splitting out the mining is otherwise it just takes up too much space. The mining takes up so much. It's not the mining, the smelting. It takes up so much space that just putting all of those on one planet simplifies things. Plus, this means it's very expandable and we can start sucking in resources from other areas. This has basically become, well, smelter. Perfect. And yes, I've misspelled that. I don't care. That leaves smelter, proliferator, Your only purpose is that, and you are everything else. Done. My planet, my rules. Name a planet. Okay, I had no idea that was the requirement. Alright, with that done though, we can start setting things up. It's going to take a while before that Dyson Sphere kicks into gear, so I figure what we do is we head over to the proliferator planet and start that one up. This little proliferator build might look a little familiar. It's a slightly modified version of the one we had on the last planet. It's just a modified blueprint of it so that we could get it just a little bit neater, a little bit cleaner, a little bit more efficient. And I figure we need about 3, maybe 4 of these builds tops, just to make sure that we've got all the proliferator we're going to need for, well, the mass production we're about to be doing. But yeah, this works out quite nicely. And I've been using these new mines. You basically chuck these mines down, they cover the entire, well, they can generally cover the entire node of resources. Now, the mining speed is 150%, but I think that's more to do with resource utilization. You can crank up the mining speed by spending power. We're not going to do that. We can't really afford it. This planet's pretty low power spec, so we even chuck down, actually, our generation capacity. Yeah, we're hitting the necessary amounts, but realistically, we're waiting for that Dyson Sphere to kick in. Once that gets into a few gigawatts, we should be pretty safe on most fronts. In fact, I could probably go back to the home planet and crank out a few more things. I get pop back there every so often, and then start more stuff firing, or build a few more launchers, or build a few more things. To keep this place going, we just chuck down wind. I used to be very much against wind, but the fact that you could just chuck it across water means it's much faster to place and less of a hassle than solar, especially if the planet's okay for wind. I basically chucked down a whole bunch of this. It's keeping the whole place going, and I think I have some coal. Yeah, I have some coal plugged into some thermal plants that's here for ages. Not going to bother ripping it down. At some point, we'll just chuck down some of those Dyson Sphere power generator things, and we'll be good to go on this planet as well. But that is at least stage 1 complete. Over here, we have turned everything on. All the launchers are firing, rockets, all of these little EM rail ejectors are firing. And bearing in mind, we could only keep one of those running at 80% power when we first started. We now have all of this firing at 84% power. So the Dyson Sphere is now growing faster and faster. And ooh, those solar sails are all being soaked up. Might be time to put down another ring of those EM rail EM ejectors just so we can fire out more solar sails to get things running. Look at that. She is a beauty. And you can see that we're actually going, you can see the megawatts going up in real time. Our sufficiency is 56.9, 57, 57.1. We're finally getting to some serious numbers on power production, and it's scaling up fast enough that it feels like we're actually going somewhere. In fact, I'm thinking, yeah, I should finish off this rail ejector line at least. Well, that's at least a good start. This is only our smaller launch section. Later on, we're going to have to make a giant Dyson Sphere. These are just some of the mini. This is just a mini one, to be honest. But it still feels good. It's been a while. Like, that's the scale of this game. You start scaling up small, and then you scale up a bit bigger, then you scale up bigger again, and then you use that to scale up bigger, and eventually you're like, okay, it's going to take me like a spreadsheet in a few hours to figure out what I got to build next. This ice planet here, it's the one we're going to turn into a smelter. It's about the right size and all that, and it looks about smeltable. Now, what did I set up down there? Oh my god, there's just a ton of wind. I forget half the junk I get up to around here. Oh yes, I came over here to get the kimberlite ore, and then I built a bunch of wind because I get distracted so easily. But now it's time. Can we build on ice? Yep, you can build on ice. You don't even have to place landfill. This is perfect. Let's find the equator and build ourselves a massive smelter array. This here is what we're going to use for your basic smelters. Now, this is going to be different to some of the others, but namely iron plate, steel, copper, magnets. All of them, it only requires 24 rows. For example, there is 15 rows right there, 15 to there, then that's another 9 at the end. So that gives us 24. Reason being, we're proliferating the inputs. And because we're proliferating the inputs, that increases the outputs, which means we don't need 30 of these to fill a line. We just need 24. However, if we go with things like silicon, I believe, and energetic graphite, those things actually require you to have 30 of smelters because that will eat a whole line. It won't be able to saturate the output line. The problem with this one is it's going to saturate the output line before we actually consume all the inputs. We could start doubling up on the lines and we could start using pile sorters, but I just want to keep this simple, straightforward, and very duplicatable. Oh, and we've also included the proliferator stuff here at the start, and there's a little bit of space here on the end so that we can run a line of proliferator along well, probably all along here. There'll be a line of peripheral going along here and splitting off to go into, well, all the builds we put on either side. Now, before we do some more of this, how are we looking on the Dyson Sphere? 1.72 gigawatts. I think I'd like to take just a quick side detour and do a little bit of demolition. You see, we're back at Ice Giant. This is the place where we tried to wipe out the hive that was here. And then we couldn't do it because it kept spawning again and again and again and again and again. So, what are we going to do this time? Well then, let's see. We should have these guys. We're going to have you on manual. Yeah, perfect. Now, all we have to do... would you turn over and stop being so weird? Perfect. Slow down. And then... perfection. Nope, 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 nope. Give it. Well, that was a mess up on my part, but that's okay. Oh, come on! Never mind, we'll just walk in. But I want to do a carpet bombing attempt. That was terrible. Trying to fly this thing in was horrifying. Oh, come on. Did we not kill it? I could have sworn we killed that center base. This is too much effort. Up and away. Alright. Once we're clear, we turn back around, we hover. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Damn it, this thing is a pain in the butt to fly. Give me some time to figure this out, I'll get it. Okay, coming in.
Base core destroyed.
Perfect. So, we check out the core.
Cruise ended.
Then we land for mop-up. Dear God. I've upgraded our bombs so they do more damage. But this thing shredded the area, like, pretty much instantly. We'll wipe out the last of the buildings, but without the thing up top, I don't think these have any power and they can't do anything. Power generator installed. That guy's cord is snapped. And then we can go back to finding someone else to smash. Under here you can see these things. Explosive unit. I went to the upgraded versions. They do 3 times as much damage as the base versions. They're now being produced back on our original home planet. And we've made it so they can be shipped anywhere we want. And I'm going to go pop over there. And I'm going to go carpet bomb that guy. Oop. Yeah, that's like a whole bunch of carpet bombing missing, but I'll get better. Incoming! Oh, you can actually see the red...
Fog base core
yeah.
destroyed.
And there's nothing they can do, so we'll just land down here.
Ended.
Kill everything that moves. Yeah, buddies, we got shielding and upgrades. You're just going to do nothing. And we're going to shred this place. Easy peasy. Power, please. Give us an F7. Chuck that in there. Boom. This makes clearing out areas so much simpler. Just carpet bomb them from space. Oh. There's just... Oh. Are those things actually going to land in midair? Or are they going to keep dropping? Oh, this is just, like, wrong, but in a good way, like the kind of way where it's like, you feel mildly bad for them, but since they're already evil, it's kind of like, I say we nuke the site from orbit, it's the only way to be sure. Oh my god. And, yeah. Oh, yeah. And oh yeah, beautiful. I should have got into grenades ages ago. With the ability to fly and some good control, you could basically bomb them from space and never have to deal with them. I wonder how hard it would be to take out the early game stuff once you got the basic tech of like flight and things like that. And yeah, there is a Dark
Fog base core destroyed.
Yep.
Cruise ended.
They seem to have some stuff left, but I'm not going to care too much. Oop, oop. We're going to land a little bit away. Everyone land. Then give me some explosives right there. Oop. Give me some there. Where do you think you're going? No. Come back here. That was too easy. And I don't think they have any power left. Once the base goes... Oh, no. They still have weapons and stuff. But I think we're tough enough that we can tank most of it. This is only level 6 or level 7 bases. 2 hits from that kills it. How about you? 2 hits, yeah. So basically 2 hits from this kills just about any base. That, yes. Oh, yep, that's beautiful. That's,
Darkfog base
yep,
core destroyed.
Yep.
Cruise ended.
And that was an absolute slaughter. And I'm pretty sure that's the majority of them dead. There's a few things left over, but yeah, we'll just smash them, blow them up, do whatever it takes. Found all the relay stations. And now with all of our fighters, it should be dead. Sorry, corvettes, whatever you call them. They're fighters. They say corvettes, but they're not corvettes. I know corvettes when I see them. These things that we're flying with are not big enough to be corvettes. And I believe that's the last of them. There's 0 dark fog units in the entire area. And we have 49 units around us. So, I believe this area is now clear. That is completely clear. So let's have a quick land, a refuel, a rearm, and then I'm thinking we might clear one other place before going back to our expansionite base. I have to give that a name. I might give that just a patron name to some of these places. I didn't want to do it originally because it felt weird, but I think, why not? It might actually be a good idea. Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta go kill that seed first. I don't want that getting to maybe expansion. Should I be careful about maybe expansion? No, I want to kind of stop the seeds expanding at all. And just one quick stop over there could prevent a problem that we'd have to go back and deal with at a later date. Actually, I am way over time again. This game, it just soaks up so much of your time. What I need to do is go and wipe out that seed. Then we need to go back to Rotina. Yeah, the Dyson Sphere here should be... Oh, yes, there should be so much more power in that Dyson Sphere. That means we're going to be able to start turning on the proliferator. Well, actually, the proliferator's on. We can start turning on the smelters and a bunch of other equipment and actually start spinning this up slowly but surely. And we should be able to expand this rather rapidly. My plan is to put down just the basics required to get out transport belt, inserters, the usual stuff. And then once we're able to make those on site, we can still ship them in from abroad, but I want to be able to mass produce everything like crazy. We want to, like, by the time we're finished here, we want to be able to just go into a planetary system, strip it, put miners down everywhere, and then just plant down huge amounts of stuff. We want to be able to chuck down 1,000 resource or 1,000 science in a system and then just move on as quickly as possible. That would be the goal. But for now, I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck.
Darkfog base core destroyed.